All of Christianity needs to get right with the fact that it is a death cult, okay, with the quickness. Christians, especially those that have deconstructed, really need to get right with the fact that all of Christian, specifically Catholicism, don't even get me started. I was born and raised Roman Catholic. On the necropolitic that is inherent and built into the foundation of all of Christianity. Everybody should read Achille Mbembe's NecroPolitic, and I'll do that right now. I don't care if you're a part of any of the three Abrahamic religions, if you are not, if you are atheist. Nothing could be more relevant and prescient than the necropolitic discourse. This stands in direct opposition to the biopolitic, Michel Foucault's biopolitic, which maintains that the highest pursuit is that of the multiplicity, sustenance, and pursuit of life. And Foucault's idea of the biopolitic can be traced back even further to another gentleman, Rudolf Kjellin, who believed and maintained that the highest pursuit was to study the civil war between social groups, and to do so from a biological perspective. And this in turn led to a very dangerous concept of the state as a quasi-biologic organism, which mustache people adopted and bastardized even further. So the biopolitic and the necropolitic actually get conflated. It's when you go so far right, you turn left, and when you go so far left, you turn right. It's one of those situations, right? But we have to get right, even as people that aren't practicing Christians, with the modern West's obsession with Christianity and Christo-fascist values, but more specifically the necropolitic of Christianity that underlines it all. Because we have been bastardizing Jeezy Creasy's teachings from Jump Street, okay? And what we've done, instead of taking his teachings and aligning ourselves with the good, the true, and the beautiful in the world, we have concerned ourselves with one thing and one thing only, which is resurrecting this man from the dead. We are zombie obsessed. Zionism is scaffolded by Christian Zionism. And Christian Zionism is further scaffolded by the substratum that is the necessity, this unrelenting need to bring forward the apocalypse. It's all of colonialism, at least going back to the Crusades, is predicated on the necropolitic that Achille Mbembe speaks about, which is this predication that life can only really exist when living conditions confer upon the living a state of living deadness. Reality as we know it can only sustain itself in a state of zombieism. Those are my words, not his, obviously. The obsession with resurrection and the transubstantiation I'm uncomfortable with, and the consuming of the body and blood of Christ is deeply, deeply necro in the most literal of ways. It is my hope that we can begin to have a conversation, not in an academic sense, but in a very grounded sense, about how we can divest psychospiritually, and then therefore perhaps literally, financially, however elsely,